Welcome to the best small business show. Today, we're diving into the top 5 mistakes small businesses like you make with technology. These mistakes can slow you down, cost you money, and even put your entire business at risk.
And here's the good news. These mistakes are entirely fixable. We see small business owners struggling with these tech issues every day. And with just a little innovative changes, you can turn it around fast.
Well, we're going to break each mistake into 4 parts. The first part is what small business owners do, often without realizing it's a problem. Number 2, the impact on their business. Number 3, how to fix it. And number 4, BJ and I will give you 4 action items you can implement immediately.
Okay, so let's get started. We're going to kick it off with the scariest, ignoring cybersecurity. All right. This is huge, absolutely huge. Too many small business owners assume that hackers only go after the big corporations. They think, who would want to hack me?
Yeah, we're small fish, but they can go after even small businesses. They're not going to ask for millions of dollars, but they're probably going to ask for enough to hurt you. So, exactly, BJ. They use weak passwords, they never update their software, and don't bother with security tools. Some don't even have antivirus software installed, and they're just hoping for the best.
Oh my gosh, what is the impact? Hackers love small businesses because they're easy targets. It's like a little chicklet. They just like to take care of that. A weak password, a missing update that might have led to stolen data, hacked emails, or even full on ransomware attacks where criminals lock you out of your own computer system and demand money to restore all the information.
And once you're hacked, okay, it gets expensive. Data recovery, it's not only what you might have to pay the ransomware, it's data recovery, it's lost trust, potential lawsuits. It's a nightmare, especially if you work with client information and critical information. You have to look at lawsuits.
Yeah. And so, how to fix it? Use a strong passwords or a password manager is fantastic. Enable two-factor authentication. You'll see it a lot of times. People say 2FA for important accounts, and keep your software updated. If your employees are working in strategic locations, make sure they're trained on the cybersecurity basics. One wrong click on a phishing email can bring the entire system down. So important to keep focused on everybody being on the same train.
Yeah, and if you talk to a cybersecurity person, a lot of it isn't like software, it's human behavior that you have to
Yes.
watch. It's humans making mistakes, not the software. And
Yeah.
finally, back up your data. If something goes wrong, a backup is the difference between a minor inconvenience and a total disaster.
What was so amazing when we were just planning for this session, Rich and I went through how many things we use as backup. It is absolutely crazy the amount of different backup that we have. Oh,
Well, BJ, you're absolutely right because and when you run a business, when I first started coaching over 15 years ago, I had some iOmega hard drives that I trusted for my backups, and they died. It died,
yeah.
and
Oh
I
my
had to
gosh.
pay thousands of dollars to have someone put them in a freezer and access the data. And I said, from that now on, I'm going to have multiple areas of backup. So,
Yeah. I think Rich was up to about 7 when we had. I finally had to cut him off.
oh
Oh
my
my
goodness. Well,
God.
mistake number 2 that we all make are relying on outdated technology, using old, slow technology. A lot of business owners think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that old computer from 2015, it's killing your productivity.
Oh my gosh. And what do they do instead to is stick with this outdated hardware and software, ancient computers, slow internet, and even using, dare I say, Windows XP for in 2025. Yes, Rich and I have actually seen this.
So, what's the impact of relying on outdated technology? Old tech means slow performance, frequent crashes, and wasted time. Employees waiting for files to load, dealing with freezing apps, or struggling with ancient point of sale systems. It's all lost money. You're losing money every day.
And not to mention the security risks. Older software is no longer updated, and it is a gold mine for different hackers. Oh, not a good thing.
And how do you fix it? Well, you need to invest in modern tools. You don't need the latest MacBook Pro but if your devices are over 5 years old, it's time to upgrade. Same with your software. If your systems are slow and clunky, they're costing you more than replacing them with.
And the cloud-based solutions are your friend. Instead of outdated, expensive software, use something like Google Workspace. Microsoft 365, QuickBooks Online. They're faster, more secure, and are always up to date. So those are all things that just make that small change, you're really in business. Mistake number three, not backing up important data. Oh, this one really hurts because you don't realize it's a problem until it's too late. Many small businesses don't regularly back up their data, which just scares me thinking about it. Oh my gosh, Rich.
Yeah, and here's what happens. They store everything on one computer or one external hard drive, no cloud backups, no redundancy, and then bam, that computer crashes, or worse, it gets hit with ransomware.
Oh, and what's the impact? If your only copy of important files are gone, it could shut down your whole business. Losing customer records, financial data, contracts, that's a massive disaster in this day and age. Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
Well, how to fix it? Automate your backups. Use cloud storage like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, Time Machine. Set up automated backups to an external hard drive and the cloud. That way, even if one of your system fails, you've got a backup.
And test your backups. The backups that don't restore properly, get rid of them and get yourself a reliable option. That's such a great idea, Rich.
Yeah. Well, mistake number four is not using automation and software to save time. Okay. Doing everything manually when software can do it for you. And I was guilty of this too all the time. Small business owners love control, and sometimes they think I could just handle it myself.
Yes. And but you are still sending invoices by hand, manually tracking inventory and handling every email response yourself. You are burning time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, what's the impact? You're working harder, not smarter. And I say that all the time to clients. Wasted time equals wasted money. If you're spending 10 hours a week on tasks that software could handle in minutes, you're losing money.
And it's easy to fix. Automate. Take advantage of AI advances that are literally all around you these days. Use accounting software like QuickBooks, email marketing tools like MailChimp, Constant Contact, and consumer relationship management, CRM systems like HubSpot or Zoho. Oh my gosh, there's so many opportunities out there to automate, automate, automate.
Yeah, about 5 years ago, up until then, I used to take notes on paper because
Yeah,
I used to tell myself what allowed me to be more creative. I could draw, I could take notes, and I found I was filling up my office and storage room with files and paper.
yeah.
And I just moved to Mac Notes. And now I could track all of my client notes on my iPhone, on my laptop, on my desktop, on my iPad. It's wonderful to
Oh,
just do
yes.
that.
And he
So
can search everything.
exactly. So think
He is
about
thrilled.
where you spend the most time on repetitive tasks and find tech solutions to do them for you.
Okay, so now things are starting to look up, right? No, this is killing me. Number five, not having a website or online presence. I am telling you, some businesses out there still do not have a professional website or even the Google business profile. Oh my gosh, Rich.
Yeah, it's terrible. And or they have a website that looks like it was built in 2009. You
I don't
know,
want to know. Yeah.
oh, it's terrible. And no, a Facebook page isn't enough. You businesses out there, you restaurants out there and stuff. If someone Googles your business and nothing comes up, you might as well not exist. And this is my little pet peeve about restaurants. Have a website with your menu front and center. It doesn't have to have
Oh my gosh.
dollars in it, but
Yeah.
have the menu and directions and also pictures of what your building looks like on the outside. Those are the three most important things a restaurant should have.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? Just in what Rich just said, what's the impact? You miss huge opportunities. Customers expect to find a real website with information about your services, your pricing, and how you can get contacted. Without one, they just move on and they just go to another person's site
Yeah.
who does have a fantastic presence. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's sad. What drives me up the wall is when I go to a website and all these pop-ups start happening.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I think honestly, newspapers are on their last legs just because I can't even read them. Because the minute you go on, all these ads start popping up, all these pop-ups, all this.
I
I
know.
just go right off of it. So, no.
Exactly.
So how do you fix this? And this is, I learned this from BJ. Build a simple website. You don't need
Oh my
anything
gosh.
fancy, just a clear homepage, an about page, a contact form, and testimonials. Use BJ's business. Use newrenew.com. It's easier than ever.
But you know what? You could also, if you're going to do it yourself, use Wix,
Yeah.
use Squarespace. If you feel like you're a little tech savvy, go WordPress. It's not WordPress isn't getting easier. Those other ones can be quite good for you. But most importantly, Rich, claim your Google business profile. So many people don't do this, but people, you do it. You search for local businesses actively. You're on there a couple of times a day searching for a business. It's free and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So we've got four action items you could start right now. Okay. Here are four things you could do today to avoid these tech mistakes. Number one, enable two-factor authentication. They call it 2FA. And change your weak passwords. Don't wait. Lock down your security now.
Back up your files on the cloud and an external drive. Make sure you're covered.
And number three, identify one manual task you can automate, whether it's invoicing, scheduling, or marketing email.
And check your website and online presence. If you don't have one, make a plan and get that started this month. Here's some final thoughts. Technology can either boost your business or slow you down. It all depends on how you use it.
Fix these mistakes now, and you'll save money. You're going to avoid disasters and run a way smoother operation.
Thanks for tuning in to the Best Small Business Show. Take action on one of these today, and your business will thank you.
See you next time.
Many of you might be pondering how to take your business to the next level or jump starting it if it's on life support. It's a common challenge, and there's where my podcast buddy Rich comes in. His business coaching is not just any coaching, it's customized and crafted specifically for your business needs. No outdated curriculum or assessments to complete. Whether you're looking to increase revenue, improve efficiency, or expand your market share, Rich has the expertise to guide you. Don't wait. Visit richg.com to start your journey toward a business success.
And small business owners, it's time to make your marketing remarkable. My podcast partner, BJ Flagg at New Renew, is your podcast and success. With her expertise in brand marketing and website design and a passion for helping small businesses thrive, she'll help you create a brand that resonates and a digital presence that impresses. Visit newrenew.com today and start your journey to marketing excellence.
Well, that's it for today. To our audience, let's keep the podcast momentum going. Share this episode on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, Threads, and Blue Sky with a hashtag, the best small business show. Spread the word and keep our community growing by subscribing to our show.
We can't end the podcast without a big shout out to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, for making us sound professional in every episode. Folks, have an unbelievable week, crush those goals, and we'll catch you in the next episode.